Swim England National Summer Meet 2017. Good to see so many of you back here in the arena from the morning session. Hope you're all ready and fired up for the evenings. Those of you that weren't here for the 1500, you certainly missed out on quite a bit of action in the mid-afternoon session, but I hope that you're all readied up now for the evening ahead.
Our thanks go to sponsors and partners without whom this event would not be possible. Funding partner, Sport England. Official partner, TIER. Endorsed product, Sports Systems. Host city, marketing Sheffield and Sheffield International venues.
Remember not to use flash photography during the start of races. Mobile phones and similar devices as well must be switched off during the event or turned to silent, as they can distract the athletes. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you. I'm Jonathan Bell. I'm up here in the commentary position on the side above the timing suite opposite the main spectator gallery. Joining me later on will be Laura Winter, who now is currently on pool deck. Good evening, Laura.
Good evening. Thank you very much, Jono. Yes, I'm down here on pool deck. We've already got swimmers next to me here, lining up, ready and waiting to do their finals here. Welcome to the finals on day 2 here at Ponds Forge for the Swim England National Summer Meet 2017. Thank you so much if you are joining us on the live stream. If you are only just joining us, though, where have you been all day? We have had loads going on, heats all morning, and then we had 1500-metre freestyle heats as well this afternoon, where 15 medalists stood on that podium behind me and claimed their national medals. Plenty more to come this evening, though. We have 34 finals awaiting us in this pool right behind me, and all these lovely people here who've already taken their seats as well, and I'm sure are ready and raring to go to cheer on their son, their daughter, or indeed their friends racing this evening. Probably a few nervous parents in there as well. Coming up, we've got the multi-class 200-metre individual medley, the 50-metre freestyle, and then, of course, the 50-metre freestyle for men and women, the 200 metres breaststroke and the 100 metres fly as well. Plenty to come. Now, if you are at home and you want to get involved in the action but you're not here, join us on Twitter, #SE Swimming, @swim_England. Well, that's all for now from down on Paul's side. We are keeping one eye on the future, though, here at the Swim England National Summer Meet, and indeed to Glasgow 2018, where the European Aquatic Championships will be taking place next year. You can head now to the website glasgow2018.com to get your tickets. Take a look at this.
A light is ready to shine throughout Glasgow and Scotland once again, when 3,000 European athletes will come together before our eyes to bet our bests for bars to raise, where in one instant a lifetime of ambition lies. Don't miss the chance to be with them at this incredible event, to witness the beauty of one human's endeavour towards a single moment that will last forever.
It is going to be absolutely fantastic in Glasgow 2018, of course. The Worlds in Budapest has truly whetted our appetite for some phenomenal international swimming, and the Brits are out there ready to party amongst the very best in the world as well. But to tonight's action, I'd like to hand back to Jono up in commentary. I'm going to rush up and join him. Enjoy the racing we have ahead.
Thank you very much for that, Laura. As you said, hashtag SE Swimming is the way that people in venue here in the Still City, and people, of course, watching back home on the stream can get in touch. A few of you already doing that already tonight. Jenny says good luck to Jack Sheffield, who's coming up in the first of our finals tonight in the multi-class 200-metre individual medley. Also, Jay McCartney saying good luck to all our Salford swimmers in tonight's final. Pauline wishing a good luck to the Salford swimmers as well. So certainly a lot of support for the North West Club. Carla says day 2 at the Swim England Championships. And we have Jamie Edwards up in the 200 IM starting in the final coming up tonight. Lucy also saying congratulations to Tom Owens as well, 4th in the 1500s, 18 years and over earlier on. And last for now, Elaine says, woo, we are here, hashtag finals. Wherever you are, Elaine, a very good evening to you. So I'm ready in the commentary position then for tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready in the crowd? Come on, we can do better than that. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? There we go. So just one set of people then to welcome to the poolside. It's our referees and their team of technical officials. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your referees, Tom Baster and Ruth Christian. Your starters for this evening's session are Suzanne Johnson and Bob Adams. Officials, you may be seated. So, of course, as Laura mentioned, down on pool deck, 50 medals already being handed out today, already in the 1500 metre. Now, officials were working overtime in that mid-afternoon session, sacrificing a very short lunch break indeed in order to come and officiate on the pool deck, and they're back here tonight as well. And a big thank you to all those who were here in the morning and the afternoon as well. Some of you certainly using the inflatable gear to your advantage on the far side at the top of the spectator gallery there. A couple of young people dancing. Of course, they're from Derwent's side. What a surprise that is. Gives away fantastic stuff. Very much looking forward to the action we've got coming up in a few moments' time. Our first event of the night then, ladies and gentlemen, it's the men's multi-class 200 metre individual medley final. In lane 0 from Saxon Crown, Joshua Monaghan-Coombs. In lane 1 from Watford, Louis Hines. In lane 2 from City of Salford, Jack Sheffield. In lane 3 from Tigers Jersey, Sol Bressett. In lane 4 from Salisbury, Harry Wellington. In lane 5 from Worcester, Matthew Redfern. In lane 6 from Claysmore, George Kelman-Johns. In lane 7 from Chippenham, James Edwards. In lane 8 from City of Coventry, Joshua Fairchild. And in lane 9 from Beckenham, Oladaisi Adefison. This is the men's multi-class 200-metre individual medley final. And away we go then with the first final of the night. Of course, with the multi-class events, it's all about the points rather than the time. A lot of swimmers in this one, a lot of different categories as well. 3 to be precise, 2 SM9 swimmers in the form of Joshua Monaghan-Coombs in 0 and Oladaisi Adefison in lane 9. And then the 2 central lanes in 4 and 5, Harry Wellington and Matthew Redfern, SM13 swimmers. These swimmers seeded into this final from the heats based on time, not the points. So anyone from lane 4 all the way out to lane 9 or 0 could take this final. So coming down the centre looking good in terms of the SM13 battle is Harry Wellington in lane 4. He looked very composed this morning in the 200 IM, and he's coming towards the halfway point looking just as cool indeed. Matthew Redfern though will be a very stern test for him as well in lane 5. Of course, when 2 swimmers are in the same category, they are directly competing against each other and the same respective world record in that category. To the outside of Matthew Redfern and Harry Wellington, there are a few SM14 swimmers as well, 3 on each side. And currently just leading the way out of those in lane 3 is Sol Bressett of Tigers jersey, who himself put a very good shift in this morning as well. He's looking good on the breaststroke so far, just ahead of fellow SM14 swimmer George Kelman-Johns in lane 6. In terms of the battle for the SM9 swimmers, in lane 0 and 9, looks like Joshua Monaghan-Coombs is slightly ahead of Oladaisi Adefison at this moment in time, but of course it can all change with an individual medley, and we have a lot of these swims still to come, with the women's coming after as well in their multi-class event. So the final 50 metres on the way now. Leading the way, still down the centre, Matthew Redfern in lane 5. The kick on as well for Sol Bressett in lane 3 of Tigers jersey. So it looks like it'll be any one of those pack of 3 or 4 we see surging down the middle now with 25 metres to go that will take the first touch. But of course, all about them points, and we will not know until our last swimmers touch into the wall. So it looks like first will be taken by Matthew Redfern here of Worcester. A strong back end from him. He will get more points than Harry Wellington because those two are in the same category. So 598 for Matthew Redfern, 579 for Harry Wellington. But look at that from Sol Bressett of Tigers jersey, 652. The man in lane 3 did get the highest amount of points earlier on in the heat, and he currently is top of the standings. George Kelman-Johns touching in on 627, and Joshua Monaghan-Coombs on 559. Very good indeed. Oladaisi Adefison in now on 497. So some very respectable scores indeed there in that final. But top of things, we'll wait for confirmation of it, of course, but it looks like it's Sol Bressett of Tigers jersey, and there it is, 652 for the man in lane 3. George Kelman-Johns claims silver on 627, and picking up the bronze medal in that one is Matthew Redfern of Worcester. Up next, it's the women's multi-class 200-metre individual medley final. In lane 0 from Camden Switz Cottage, Leah O'Connell. In lane 1 from Halifax, Alia Bakakoglu. In lane 2 from Gloucester, Harriet Dickinson. In lane 3 from Wickham District, Katie Crowhurst. In lane 4 from Warrington Warriors, Coral Farrell. In lane 5 from UEA Norwich, Catherine Marr. In lane 6 from City of Derby, Megan Neve. In lane 7 from Satellite, Eleanor Bamber. In lane 8 from Cockermouth, Drew Stables. And in lane 9 from Littlehampton, Georgia Howell. This is the women's multi-class 200-metre individual medley final. So exactly the same for the women then. All about the points rather than those times. And it's a fantastic example, this race of multi-class swimming, because there are so many different categories involved. Georgia Howell in lane 9 of Littlehampton, closest to the spectator gallery in the SM6 category. In the SM7 category on the near side in lane 0 is Leah O'Connell. And then we have SM10 swimmers, quite a few of them as well, in the form of Alia Bakakoglu in 1, Harriet Dickinson in 2, Coral Farrell in 4, Eleanor Bamber in 7, and Drew Stables in 8, with Catherine Marr in 5 and Katie Crowhurst in 3 in the SM13 category, and Megan Neve going alone in the SM14 classification. She is in lane 6. So currently a bit of a duel going on down the centre between 4 and 5, Coral Farrell and Catherine Marr. To say Coral Farrell in the SM10 category, so if it did finish with these two a similar distance away from each other, Coral Farrell will probably take the points, as she has got a bit of a faster record, sorry, slower record to get to than that of Catherine Marr in the SM13 category. So coming up towards the halfway point in this one then, the front three at this moment in time in a bit of an arrow shape, with Coral Farrell at the point of it in 4, Catherine Marr either side of it in 5, and Katie Crowhurst on the other in lane 3. Very close indeed between Katie Crowhurst and Catherine Marr at the moment in 3 and 5, of course, both in that SM13 classification and directly competing against each other in order to put themselves with the greater chances possible of picking up a medal in this event. In lane 6 as well, Megan Neve of City of Derby, not going along too badly at the moment, and then a bit of a battle going on between those in the gold caps in 1 and 2, with Ayala Bakakoglu and Harriet Dickinson of Halifax and Gloucester respectively, both in the SM10 classification with each other stroke for stroke at the moment. Of course, with the breaststroke leg in many a multi-class race, or with an individual race should I say, you do see the athletes begin to pull away from each other. Not necessarily the case at the moment. 50 metres to go now. Catherine Marr making the first turn. She's managed to get herself ahead of her rival Katie Crowhurst in that SM13 category by quite a distance, which is very good news indeed for Catherine Marr. But Coral Farrell is not far away at all in lane 4. She's seated in lane 4, remember, not because of the points she got earlier necessarily, but because of how fast she went. So we're really expecting something big in this last 25 now from the Warrington Warriors swimmer. Catherine Marr, though, doing just enough at the moment in terms of the race as a whole to keep her off, but of course in the points she would like a much further distance separating her and Coral Farrell, who now begins to seriously encroach going towards the wall. It'd be close between them with the time. What about the points? 5.83 for Coral Farrell. That's enough to finish above Catherine Marr, who touches in on 569. The rest of the pool beginning to come in now. No one topping that score of 5.83 from Coral Farrell, though, as of yet. Katie Crowhurst on 5.16. All the rest around the 450 mark. Very close indeed as well. 457 for Harriet Dickinson, a point ahead of Eleanor Bamber, who in turn is ahead of Alalia Bakakoglu by a point as well. So coming in now, last couple in lane 0, Leah O'Connell, SM7 of Camden Swiss Cottage. And of course, as we say, score to beat 583 from Coral Farrell. And in 9 as well, Georgia Howell beginning to come in now. So lane 0, Leah O'Connell getting 436. What can Pods Forge do to cheer Georgia Howell towards the line? 473. That could affect the podium, you know, in the grand scheme of things. We'll have to wait and see for the confirmation of those results. Some very solid swims in that one once again. Coral Farrell coming out on top then. In second spot is Catherine Marr, and in third is Katie Crowhurst of Wickham District. So very tight stuff indeed with the points. 583 though, enough for Coral Farrell to take gold in the women's multi-class 200-metre individual medley.
Ladies and gentlemen, the men's 13-14 years 50-metre freestyle final. In lane 0, Joseph Burns of Prescott. In lane 1, Dylan Shanner of Hillingdon. Lane 2, Charlie Varker of St Austell. Lane 3, Austin Slade Jeffrey, Havant and Waterloo. Lane 4, Bradley Evans of Deventio. Lane 5, Gio Ratuli of Wantage. Lane 6, Brinley Dorrell of Woking. Lane 7, Luca Riezzo of Exeter City. Lane 8, Jack Fairhurst, the Isle of Man. And lane 9, Lewis Binning of Romford Town. Ladies and gentlemen, your finalists for the men's 13-14 years 50 metres freestyle. Ladies and gentlemen, then here we go, the first of many of the splash and dash, the fast and furious 50-metre freestyle here, and already as they come up into the final 25 metres here of just this one length of Ponds Forge, they are all in a line. It's impossible to tell them apart as they come underneath that line, which indicates 15 metres to go. Now 10 metres to go. Eyes on lane 1, lane 4, lane 5 as well as they come in towards the line. It is Brinley Dorrell of Woking who gets the touch, 25.68. Bradley Evans second, 25.79, and Austin Slade Jeffrey third, 25.82. We'll just wait for those to be confirmed up on the scoreboard. Super fast swimming then this morning and this afternoon for this 50-metre freestyle. There is the official result. Well done to all of our 13, 14-year-old boys racing today. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the men's 15 years 50-metre freestyle final. In lane 0, Thomas Watkin, Royal Wolverhampton. Lane 1, George Robert Shaw, Dorking. Lane 2, swimming for Teddington, Max Johnson. In lane 3, Cameron Lewis of Gloucester. In lane 4, Shaquille Giordani of Haringey. Lane 5, Matthew Plum of Dinnerton. Lane 6, Manfred Battle, Stowmarket. Lane 7, Alex Thompson, City of Liverpool. Lane 8, James Cooper of Basildon. And lane 9, Alfie Mars, City of Manchester Aquatics. Ladies and gentlemen, your finalists for the men's 15 years 50-metre freestyle. Our second 50-metre freestyle final of the night. And Shaquille Giordani, the fastest from the heats this morning with 25.44, but only half a second or so separating the field as they thunder towards the line. It looks like lane 5, Matthew Plum, has made a really good start. Fast and furious now to the line as they come under the flags. Keep your eye on lane 1 as well, who's having a storming swim as they come to the wall. George Robert Shaw takes it for Dorking, 25.09. James Cooper Up in lane 8, 25.17, and Matthew Plum of Dinnerton, 25.28. There is your official result up on the scoreboard. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to poolside the men's 16 years 50-metre freestyle. In lane 0, Christopher Hooper, Ellesmere. Lane 1, William Hogg of Eckington. Lane 2, Harvey Williamson, Doncaster Darts. Lane 4, Richard Kosabayev of Hackney. Lane 4, Finn Lewis Gale, City of Hereford. Lane 5, Ethan Raymond, Plymouth Leander. Lane 6, Matthew Burton, Maxwell. Lane 7, Alex Mason, Chester Street. Lane 8, Daniel Charder, Bishop Stort. And lane 9, James Chennels of Beckhampstead. Ladies and gentlemen, your men's 16 years 50-metre freestyle final. Finn Lewis Gale of City of Hereford, then the fastest qualifier through the heats this morning with 25.02. But as we've just seen in the men's 15 years final, anything can happen in these 50-metre races. They truly are a race of the finest of margins. Hundredths can separate first to eighth. But right now we can see in lane 5 Raymond making good progress towards the wall. But here comes lane 4, Lewis Gale going for the touch. And he gets it just 24.62. Ethan Raymond second, 24.85, and a tie for third. I said it was decided by margin. Sometimes it's not decided at all. A tie for third, then 24.92.
Now time for the men's 17-year-old 50-metre freestyle final. In lane 0 from City of Sheffield, Jack Toe. In lane 1 from Chesterfield, Harrison Fern. In lane 2 from Wickham District, Sam Phippen. In lane 3 from Tadcaster, Thomas Carswell. In lane 4 from Northampton, Daniel Savage. In lane 5 from Cockermouth, Connor Joyce. In lane 6 from Teddington, Oscar Jones. In lane 7 from Rushmore Royal, Balaz Top. In lane 8 from Burnham, Callum Richards. And in lane 9 from City of Liverpool, Matthew Pomford. This is the men's 17-year-old 50-metre freestyle final. Away we go then, we've seen some ferocious swimming already in these finals tonight in the 50-metre freestyle, and this is no different at all. Look at the splash being created in the pool, particularly in lane 4 by Daniel Savage of Northampton. Furious swimming coming towards the touch here, arms like propellers as they come into the wall. Daniel Savage in first on 23.61. Sam Phippen of Wickham District picks up the silver medal, and in lane 5 Connor Joyce of Cockermouth manages to pick up bronze. Daniel Savage, though, awesome swim from the favourite in this final, coming out on top for Northampton by half a second in the end. He gets gold for Northampton. Up next is the men's 18 years and over 50-metre freestyle final. In lane 1 from Windsor, Cameron Moffat. In lane 2 from Hastings, Jean-Jacques Charon. In lane 3 from City of Salford, Lewis Clough. In lane 4 from Bath University, Charlie Pullen. In lane 5 from Davencio XL, Carl Morgan. In lane 6 from Bromley, James Brinkley. In lane 7 from Elmbridge, Glenn Melson. And in lane 8 from Davencio XL, Jamie Ingram. This is the men's 18 years and over 50-metre freestyle final. This should be the fastest one, yeah, it certainly is on paper. 23.7 is what Charlie Pullen got in the heats earlier on this morning for Bath University in lane 4. But it's the man to his right-hand side, Carl Morgan of Davencio XL, who's the one really accelerating so far. Also on the near side as far as well sat in lane 1, Cameron Muffin of Windsor in towards the wall they come. In fact, he is the one that gets there as well. An outside smoker, Cameron Muffin, 23.63, gets the gold medal by 100th of a second ahead of Carl Morgan, and bronze taken by James Brinkley of Bromley. And I tell you what, we've heard the Bromley lot a lot this week so far. Nearest in the commentary position, they're going bananas again for that one. James Brinkley with bronze, Carl Morgan with silver, and Cameron Muffet gets the gold for Windsor. Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for the Multiclass 200-metre individual medley. The medals will be presented by Swim England Vice President Richard Whitehead, Sport Governing Member Kate Grimshaw, and South East Region President Jane Davis. The winners of the bronze medals. In the men's event, representing Worcester, Matthew Redfern. In the women's event, representing Wickham District, Katie Crowhurst. The winners of the silver medals. In the men's event, representing Claysmore, George Kelman-Johns. In the women's event, representing UEA Norwich, Catherine Marr. The winners of the gold medals. In the men's event, representing Tigers jersey, Sol Bressert. In the women's event, representing Warrington Warriors, Coral Farrell. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for your medal winners. Can we please have the men's 13, 14 and 15 years bronze medal winners, please? The men's 13, 14 and the men's 15-year bronze medal winners for the 50 freestyle to the timing suite as soon as possible, please. Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for the men's 50-metre freestyle finals. The winners of the bronze medals. In the 13-14 year category, representing Havington Waterlooville, Austin Slade Jeffrey. In the 15-year category, representing Dinnerton, Matthew Plum. The winners of the silver medals. In the 13-14 category, representing Deventio XL, Bradley Evans. In the 15 years category, representing Basildon and Phoenix, James Cooper. The winners of the gold medals. In the 13-14 years category, representing Woking, Brinley Dorrell. In the 15 years category, representing Dorking, George Robert Shaw. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for your medal winners. Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for the men's 50-metre freestyle finals. The winners of the bronze medals. In the 16 years category, representing Bishop Stortford, Daniel Charder. And also in the 16-year category, representing Chester Street, Alex Mason. In the 17 years category, representing Cockermouth, Connor Joyce. In the 18 years and over category, representing Bromley, James Brinkley. The winners of the silver medal. In the 16 years category, representing Plymouth Leander, Ethan Raymond. In the 17 years category, representing Wickham District, Sam Phippen. In the 18 years and over category, representing Devonshire Excel, Carl Morgan. The winners of the gold medals. In the 16 years category, representing City of Hereford, Finn Lewis Gale. In the 17 years category, representing Northampton, Daniel Savage. In the 18 years and over category, representing Windsor, Cameron Moffat. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for your medal winners. So we're back to the splash and dash events very soon indeed, with the women, of course, kicking off with their lower age category, which is the 12-13-year-old. But for now, let's have a look at your tweets after that first block of finals action tonight. Hashtag SE Swimming. A tweet coming in from RWS Elite Swimming saying Tom Speedy Gonzalez takes ninth place in the 15-year 50 dash. Well done to him, a fantastic gift that's stuck on there as well. Burke Hampstead saying James equalled his PB in the final of 25.42. So improved a place heat to the final, swimming really well. Big well done to him. Big well done to, of course, all our finalists swimming tonight. Also, Davy saying on the first final of the day, Josh finishing in 6th place with a 1.7 seconds PB. Keep those congratulations and good luck messages coming in. Hashtag SE Swimming. Up next, the women's 12 to 13-year-old 50-metre freestyle final. In lane 0 from Newcastle, Izzy Winter. In lane 1 from Saxon Crown, Evelyn Davis. In lane 2 from Tadcaster, Abigail Parkinson. In lane 3 from Pershaw, Hannah Woodcock. In lane 4 from City of Birmingham, Nadja Sterling. In lane 5 from Newquay, Emma Nettleton. In lane 6 from City of Leicester, Chloe Baxter. In lane 7 from Team Ipswich, Sapphire Button. In lane 8 from Plymouth Leander, Ella Bargett. And in lane 9 from Enfield, Alicia Baxter. This is the women's 12 to 13-year-old 50-metre freestyle final. First of 5 finals then in the women's 50-metre freestyle. We'll see what the men can do. Now it's the turn of the women in this category, 12 to 13 years old. Good start being made in lane 5 by Emma Nettleton of Newquay. Just inside of her as well is Nadja Sterling in lane 4, City of Birmingham, of course, seeded as the quickest qualifier in that lane. Lane 6, Chloe Baxter, City of Leicester looking good as well. Could be any one of those three coming towards the ball, and it is Emma Nettleton of Newquay that gets it on 27.51. Chloe Baxter picking up silver for City of Leicester. And Nadja Sterling of City of Birmingham taking the bronze medal in that one. 600ths of a second ahead of Hannah Woodcock. Emma Nettleton, though, stinging the rest of the pool with gold for Newquay. So now for the women's 14-year-old 50-metre freestyle final. In lane 0 from Bournemouth Collegiate, Ella Cho. In lane 1 from West Suffolk, Ella Hale. In lane 2 from Newcastle, Sally Brandon. In lane 3 from Camden Swiss Cottage, Julia Murphy. In lane 4 from Guildford City, Abigail Poulton. In lane 5 from Southport, Jessica Law. In lane 6 from Hillingdon, Amira Otolana. In lane 7 from Winchester, Faye Francis. In lane 8 from Hatfield, Jessica Woodward. And in lane 9 from West Suffolk, Anurad Evans. This is the women's 14-year-old 50-metre freestyle final. Some real young talent in the pool here. Then, of course, in lane 9, Anurad Evans of West Suffolk. He was here last week in Portsmouth at the British Swimming Summer Championships, and in Israel in July at the European Juniors, as well representing Team GB. But this time around, looking very strong in lane 6 is Amira Otolana of Hillingdon. Just to the left of her in lane 5, Jessica Law of Southport. Will there be any further late charges? Abigail Poulton is the one that gets first. 27.67. It's a tie for silver as well. Jessica Law of Southport and Amira Otolana not split at all there by the hundredths of the seconds. So they tie in with the silver medal, meaning Faye Francis just missing out there of Winchester. Abigail Poulton, though, clearly the winner of that one, getting gold.
Ladies and gentlemen, the finalists for the women's 15 years 50-metre freestyle. In lane 0, Rosie Jocelyn of Hillingdon. In lane 1, Eve Lumen of Bexley. In lane 2, Francesca Whitting of Sevenoaks. In lane 3, Charlotte Hall of Deventio Excel. In lane 4, Kai Marriott of Borough of Waltham Forest. In lane 5, Kirsten Harvey of Leander. Lane 6, Holly White, City of Liverpool. Lane 7, Jocelyn Cosmatos, Leatherhead. Lane 8, Charlotte Walker, UEA Norwich. And in lane 9, Lydia Smith of Gainsborough. Your finalist for the women's 15 years 50-metre freestyle. Here we go then, we can expect each final to get that little bit quicker, and just 11/100ths of a second separate those middle 3 lanes. Charlotte Hall, Kai Marriott and Kirsten Harvey all entering 27.81 to 27.92, and it's a blanket across the pool right now. Could draw a line across it, going very well though in lane number 7 is Jocelyn Cosmatos as they come into the wall. It could be anybody's touch here. Also going well lane 2, who's going to get it? It is Jocelyn Cosmatos of Leatherhead, 27.64, and again we have another tie for silver, for the silver medal. Charlotte Walker and Kai Marriott, 27.79, another tie for silver. 50-metre freestyle truly decided by the slimmest of margins here tonight at Ponds Forge. Ladies and gentlemen, the finalist for the women's 16 years 50-metre freestyle. In lane 0, Avril Bowler, Borough of Kirklees. In lane 1, Sophia Ground of Brompton. In lane 2, Cleo Bacon, Orpington OJ. In lane 3, Hannah Trousdale of Loftus-Stowell. In lane 4, Emily Peck of Preston. In lane 5, Alice Nico of Sutton Sheen. In lane 6, Sophie Brandon of Newcastle. In lane 7, Ellie Walker of Tadcaster. Lane 8, Freya Cole of Rushden. And in lane 9, Jasmine Eiley of Borough of Waltham Forest. Your finalist for the women's 16 years 50-metre freestyle. And the question we have up here is, will we see yet another tie for the medals? We've seen 2 ties for silver in the last 2 finals as these ladies dive in and bid to become the champion of the 50-metre freestyle for the women's 16 years. The fastest entry then, 27.23 for Emily Peck in lane 4, going very well indeed at the moment, and indeed I think she's just got her arms in front as they come under the flags and up to the wall. It is indeed Emily Peck who gets the touch, 27.10. Nico in 5, she's 27.36, and Sophie Brandon 27.45 in 3rd. You can see the official results there up on the scoreboard. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to poolside the finalists in the women's 17 years and over 50-metre freestyle. In lane 2, Rachel Wellings, City of Peterborough. In lane 3, Georgia Smith, Guildford City. In lane 4, Emma Whittingham of Southport. Lane 5, Jane Brown of Newcastle. In lane 6, Holly Taylor, Mount Kelly. And in lane 7, Spencer Williams of Brompton. Your finalists, the women's 17 years and over 50-metre freestyle. .27.07 and the fastest time in this final after the heats this morning. That's Emma Whittingham in lane 4, swimming for Southport, and indeed she's had a very good start and just about got herself in front. Also going well in lane 6 is Holly Taylor as well of Mount Kelly, and at the moment it's these two, but it looks as though Whittingham, as they come under the 15-metre mark, is going to take this one. She's just about got her arms ahead, under the flags, head down all the way to the wall. And she does get the touch. And we have another tie, ladies and gentlemen, for silver. I don't know what is going on this evening. Gold to Emma Whittingham, 27.02. And Holly Taylor, Jane Brown, we couldn't separate you. A tie for silver, 27.20. Tremendous swimming here in the 50-metre freestyle finals. The official results there up on the scoreboard.
Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for the women's 50-metre freestyle finals. The medals will be presented by Swim England President Anne Ray, Sport Governing Member Kay Grimshaw, and South East Region President Jane Davis. the winners of the bronze medals. In the 12-13 year category, representing City of Birmingham, Nadja Sterling. The winners of the silver medals. In the 12-13 year category, representing City of Leicester, Chloe Baxter. In the 14 years category, representing Southport, Jessica Law. And fellow silver medalist in the 14-year category, representing Hillingdon, Amira Otolana. The winners of the gold medals. In the 12-13 year category, representing Newquay, Emma Nettleton. And in the 14-year category, representing Guildford City, Abigail Poulton. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for your medal winners. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, a couple more medal ceremonies coming up in the not too distant future for those 50-metre freestyle. Hashtag SE Swimming. Make sure if you do get a medal tonight, you stick a bit of a selfie on or have a picture with family and friends and put it on that hashtag SE Swimming. Of course, outside as well, we've got all the big props, like a beach scene, if you like. Make sure you've had a couple of photos with them if you haven't already, and do send them in. Of course, we had a fantastic competition last night based on that. A couple of cracking prizes as well. Do keep those coming in. Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for the women's 50-metre freestyle. The winners of the bronze medals. In the 16-year category, representing Newcastle, Sophie Brandon. The winners of the silver medals. In the 15-year category, representing Borough of Waltham Forest, Kay Marriott. Also, silver medalist in the 15-year category, representing UEA Norwich, Charlotte Walker. In the 16-year category, representing Sutton and Keam, Alice Niccott. In the 17 years and over category, representing Newcastle, Jane Brown. And also silver medalist in the 17 years and over category, representing Mount Kelly, Holly Taylor. The winners of the gold medals. In the 15 years category, representing Leatherhead, Jocelyn Cosmatos. In the 16 years category, representing Preston, Emily Peck. In the 17 years and over category, representing Southport, Emma Whittingham. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for your medal winners. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the men's multi-class 50-metre freestyle final. In lane 0 from Northampton, William Perry. In lane 1 from Gosport, Dominic Redpath. In lane 2 from Ealing, Aaron Maddox. In lane 3 from City of Salford, Craig McNeil. In lane 4 from Hastings, Callum Pearson. In lane 5 from Billingham, Adam Wyborn. In lane 6 from Isle of Man, Benjamin Granger. In lane 7 from Bilston, James Brown. In lane 8 from Mount Kelly, Finley Middleton. And in lane 9 from Bournemouth Collegiate, Leo McRae. This is the men's multi-class 50-metre freestyle final. Back to the multi-class action then. I'm sure you're very familiar indeed by now what the protocol is for this event. Not about time, all about points. Lots of different categories in this one as well. Lanes 3, 4, 5 and 6, all S10 swimmers directly competing against each other. A couple of S9s in there as well in 7 and 1, S6 and S8 all represented too. 565 the first points then recorded, already beaten though in lane 8 by Finley Middleton of Mount Kelly, 587 points, very good indeed. We'll have to wait for confirmation of those results, but it looks like in second Aaron Maddox it is indeed the case, with Callum Pearson picking up bronze. Confirmation of your top 3 then up on the scoreboard. Middleton in first position, Maddox second, with Pearson in third. Now time for the women's multi-class 50-metre freestyle final. In lane 0 from Cockermouth, Ella Cooper-Holmes. In lane 1 from Leicester Penguins, Catriona Chung. In lane 2 from Gloucester, Harriet Dickinson. In lane 3 from UEA Norwich, Catherine Marr. In lane 4 from Warrington Warriors, Coral Farrell. In lane 5 from Birmingham University, Vivian Butler. In lane 6 from Wickham District, Katie Crowhurst. In lane 7 from Staines, Maya Briscoe. In lane 8 from Mount Kelly, Olivia May Cameron. And in lane 9 from Camden Swiss Cottage, Leah O'Connell. This is the women's multi-class 50-metre freestyle final. Away we go then, as we saw in that last final. Great example of multi-class swimming, not about at all who gets there in first with the time. Coming down with 25 metres to go then, a couple of season's best and personal best in the pool this morning. Katrina Chung in 1, Ella Cooper-Holmes in 0, and also Leah O'Connell in 9, all getting personal best, with a season's best boasted by Maya Briscoe as well in lane 7. Coming in towards the wall now, there'll be 4 in pretty much quick succession, led by 624 by Catherine Marr, but 631 from Vivian Butler is very, very impressive indeed from the Birmingham University swimmer, and she will take that final as well. All the swimmers home now. 631, the biggest of the lot. 624 for Catherine Marr, who gets 32 seconds on the dot, which is a new PB for her, and Coral Farrell gets bronze, 630 multi-class points going to her. Vivian Butler, though, marvellous performance from the Birmingham University swimmer, and she picks up gold.
Ladies and gentlemen, your finalist for the men's 13-14 years 100 metres butterfly final. In lane 0, Jack Gartside, Northampton Swimming Club. In lane 1, Kieran Richards, West Suffolk Swimming Club. In lane 2, Samuel Rose of West Norfolk. In lane 3, Ellis Cleworth, City of Liverpool. In lane 4, Michael Klimaszewski of Hatfield. In lane 5, Lewis Maxwell, Derwentsside. Lane 6, Sam Cornish, Enfield Swim Squad. Lane 7, Adam Jones, City of Manchester Aquatics. Lane 8, Matthew Crawford, Dorking Swimming Club. And in lane 9, Jimmy Knowles, Nova Centurion. Ladies and gentlemen, your men's 13-14 years 100 metres butterfly final.
Take your mark.
2 lengths of the pool then for these chaps racing in the men's 13-14 years 100 metre butterfly final. Your fastest qualifier from this morning's heats, Klimaszewski of Hatfield Swimming Club, coached by Daniel Fogg, of course, London 2012 Olympian and European Open Water champion as well. What golden nuggets has he passed on to Klimaszewski in lane number 4 for Hatfield? He PB'd this morning in the heats 101.78 to make it into that fastest lane. He's third at the turn though, Ellis Cleworth of City of Liverpool. He is fastest over that first 50, 28.39 the split. And Kieran Richards in lane 1 having a good first 50, but can he keep it up on this second length where it all starts to hurt and it really counts? We've got lanes 3, 4 and 5. Klimaszewski, Maxwell and Cleworth coming to the wall. Stroke for stroke, head down. Who's going to get it? And it is Lewis Maxwell, 60.97 for Derwentsside. Klimaszewski of Hatfield, 101.16. Cleworth, third, 101.62. Fantastic swimming there. And you can see the official result now up on the scoreboard. Ladies and gentlemen, the finalist for the men's 15 years 100 metre butterfly final. In lane 0, Thomas Dugdale of Carnforth and District Otters. Lane 1, Oliver Nevitt, Lincoln Vulcans. Lane 2, Samuel Perks, Basildon and Phoenix Swimming Club. Lane 3, Jackson Olin, Camden Swiss Cottage. Lane 4, Elliot Day of Team Ipswich. Lane 5, Ross Phillip, Staines Swimming Club. Lane 6, Andre Stridham of Royal Tunbridge Wells, Monson Swimming Club. Lane 7, Nathaniel Rodriguez of Sevenoaks. Lane 8, Maximilian Bolcato of City of Oxford. And lane 9, Simon Sweatman of Millfield. Your finalist for the 15 years 100 metre butterfly final.
Take your mark.
cleanly underway then in our second 100-metre butterfly final of the day. And earlier on in the heats, we saw Elliot Day post 60.34 a PB, and he made it to the final about a second or just under clear of the rest of the field. So Ross Phillip and Jackson Olin either side of him are going to have to go some to try and overhaul the Team Ipswich swimmer. He's coached by Dave Champion. Season's best PB this morning. He's in fine form here at these nationals. Indeed, though, it is Ross Phillip who turns first, 28.08. Elliot Day back in fifth. He's going to have to turn the afterburners on now on this second length to really come through. And now he starts to make his move. Now he gets a bit of clear water, a little bit of distance either side of him between the swimmers next to him. A wonderful way to pace 100 metres. Elliot Day touches 59.75 for Elliot Day. Samuel Perk snatches silver from lane 2, 60.59. Ross Phillip went out hard for it. He gets a bronze medal as his prize, 61.07. Official results will come up on the scoreboard. There they are. Ladies and gentlemen, your finalist for the men's 16 years 100 metres butterfly final. In lane 0, Joseph Day of Exeter City. In lane 1, Harrison Brown, Stockport Metro. In lane 2, Theo Rogers of Havant and Waterlooville. In lane 3, Max Nugent, Southampton Dolphins. In lane 4, Taylor Bowen, West Suffolk Swimming Club. Lane 5, Thomas Clare of Team Ipswich. Lane 6, Yusuf Nukram, Borough of Harrow. Lane 7, Samuel Thornton of Ealing. Lane 8, William Camden, City of Salford. And in lane 9, Louis Boot of Northampton Swimming Club. Your finalist for the 16 years 100 metre butterfly.
Take your mark.
Cleanly underway then as the 16-year-olds get up to the 25-metre mark. First 25 metres done and dusted. And Taylor Bowen, the man to watch in lane 4 as the fastest qualifier with a 59.42. Thomas Clare, though, on the other side of him in lane 5, 59.51, not far behind at all as they come to the touch at the 50-metre. It is lane 3, though, Max Nugent, Southampton Dolphins, who touches first, 27.08. Thomas Clare, 27.61. And Bowen of West Suffolk, 27.67 at the wall. So eyes on those three in the middle of the pool. As we see now, Nugent holding that advantage he had at the turn. Head down now under the flags. A strong finish though from Thomas Clare. Has Nugent done enough? Just 58.11 for lane 3, Max Nugent, Southampton Dolphins. The winner today, Thomas Clare, 58.35, and Taylor Bowen, 59.28. Your medalists in the men's 16 years 100 metre butterfly confirmed on the scoreboard.
Up next, ladies and gentlemen, it's the men's 17 years 100 metre butterfly final. In lane 0 from Mount Kelly, Thomas Brew. In lane 1 from Hatfield, James Woodward. In lane 2 from City of Salford, Matthew George. In lane 3 from City of Bristol, Kai Adams. In lane 4 from City of Manchester Aquatics, Alistair Stout. In lane 5 from Mount Kelly, Henry Dixon. In lane 6 from Guildford City, Henry Offin. In lane 7 from Pioneer 79, Ewan McCavitt. And in lane 8 from Royal Wolverhampton, Kane Murcott. This is the men's 17 years 100 metre butterfly final.
Take your mark.
Well, again, two finals to come in the men's 100 metre butterfly. Some scorchers so far. One of the next two going to produce a very even start indeed, being made by these 9 swimmers coming up towards the halfway point now. Who's going to get to the wall first after 50 metres? The answer is Matthew George in lane 2 of City of Salford, being well supported nearby to me in my commentary position at the moment in yellow cap. It's certainly not easy for him. To his right there is stern competition coming particularly from lane 4, Alistair Stout of City of Manchester Aquatics, and also in lane 5 beginning to pull away as well, Henry Dixon of Mount Kelly. Up alongside them is Guildford City's Henry Offin, well supported as ever by those on the far side of the Guildford persuasion as they come in towards the wall now. It will be those three, will it? Yes, it will. Henry Offin of Guildford in first position on 56.93 and 400ths of a second separate Alistair Stout in bronze and Henry Dixon who gets the silver. So the two Henrys in 1 and 2 there, Offin followed by Dixon with Alistair Stout in third and getting bronze. Time now, ladies and gentlemen, for the seniors. It's the men's 18 years and over 100 metre butterfly final. In lane 0 from Wolverhampton, Matthew Holland. In lane 1 from Reckitt College, William Slawson. In lane 2 from Loughborough University, Joseph Porter. In lane 3 from Beckenham, Luke Gunning. In lane 4 from City of Sheffield, Luke Howdall. In lane 5 from Bristol, Bartek Karpiz. In lane 6 from Exeter City, Liam White. In lane 7 from Stockport Metro, Harry Lewis Mitchell. And in lane 8 from Plymouth Leander, Todd Price. This is the men's 18 years and over 100 metre butterfly final.
Take your mark.
Here we go then, we say the best to last in these men's 100 metre butterfly finals. This is the fifth and final one. Some very tricky customers in this one indeed. Luke Howdall, lane 4, quickest qualifier this morning, 55.8 the time, 0.46 seconds quicker than that. And Bartek Karpiz in lane 5, who comfortably won his heat earlier on as well, and Luke Gunning up there of Beckenham in contention, but really any one of these 9 could take it. Surpassing the halfway point, leading the way, joint first, Liam White in 6th, Bartek Kapitz of Bristol in lane 5. Will anyone from outside the southwest come in towards those front two positions while beginning to make a burst? Down in lane 4 is Luke Howdell in his home pool of City of Sheffield, looking very strong indeed towards the nitty-gritty part of this race now. Either side of him there's a battle for silver and bronze, really hotting up, but gold surely is Luke Howdell as he comes in towards the wall. 54.68 for Team Steel and Luke Howdell. He comes in first. Luke Gunning gets silver for Beckenham and bronze for Bristol with Bartek Karpitz. That one going to form then in terms of the middle three lanes, getting the podium positions. And with Howdell in first, Gunning in second, and Karpitz in third, you have to say it's gone to paper as well. City of Sheffield getting gold, Luke Howdell. Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for the Multiclass 50-metre freestyle finals. The medals will be presented by Swim England Vice President Richard Whitehead, Sport Governing Member Kate Grimshaw, and South East Region President Jane Davis. The winners of the bronze medals. In the men's event, representing Hastings, Callum Pearson. In the women's event, representing Warrington Warriors, Coral Farrell. The winners of the silver medals. In the men's event, representing Ealing, Aaron Maddox. In the women's event, representing UEA Norwich, Catherine Marr. The winners of the gold medals. In the men's event, representing Mount Kelly, Finley Middleton. In the women's event, representing Birmingham University, Vivian Butler. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for your medal winners. Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for the men's 100-metre butterfly finals. The winners of the bronze medals. In the 13-14 years category, representing City of Liverpool, Ellis Cleworth. In the 15 years category, representing Staines, Ross Phillip. The winners of the silver medals. In the 13-14 year category, representing Hatfield, Michael Klimaszewski. In the 15-year category, representing Basildon and Phoenix, Samuel Perks. The winners of the gold medals. In the 13-14 years category, representing Derwent's side, Lewis Maxwell. In the 15 years category, representing Team Ipswich, Elliot Day. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for your medal winners. Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for the men's 100-metre butterfly finals. The winners of the bronze medals. In the 16 years category, representing West Suffolk, Taylor Bowen. In the 17 years category, representing City of Manchester Aquatics, Alistair Stout. In the 18 years and over category, representing Bristol, Bartek Karpis. The winners of the silver medals. In the 16 years category, representing Team Ipswich, Thomas Clare. In the 17 years category, representing Mount Kelly, Henry Dixon. In the 18 years and over category, representing Beckenham, Luke Gunning. The winners of the gold medals. In the 16 years category, representing Southampton Dolphins, Max Nugent. In the 17 years category, representing Guildford City, Henry Offen. In the 18 years and over category, representing City of Sheffield, Luke Howdell. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for your medal winners. Hashtag again, ladies and gentlemen, on the board, you know it by now. SE Swimming is where you want to get in touch with us. Chalfont Otters saying good luck to Olivia Lee in the final of the fly. That's coming up very soon indeed, and she is going indeed in the 12-13 year final as well. Alex saying that Charlotte Walker, boom, of City of Norwich smashes the 50-metre freestyle personal best, taking the silver medal from lane 8. Top swim from her, and a good picture of her as well with her medal. Keep those pictures coming in on the hashtag SE Swimming with your medals, with your silly props, and of course with the inflatables as well. A lot of you enjoying that, and of course I love that, the Dinnerton banner over there as well, homemade. That has been a whole Wednesday afternoon on that, and here for tonight's finals, fantastic stuff from Dinnerton. Back to the action then, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for the women's 12-13-year-old 100-metre butterfly final. In lane 0 from Chalfont, Olivia Lee. In lane 1 from Barnet Copthall, Joe Hobsley. In lane 2 from Cleethorpes, Ella Bainbridge. In lane 3 from Plymouth Leander, Oriana Noel. In lane 4 from City of Manchester Aquatics, Chiara Tomasello. In lane 5 from Grantham, Freya Colbert. In lane 6 from Borough of Kirklees, Millie Boulding. In lane 7 from Taunton Dean, Skye McLaughlin. In lane 8 from Leatherhead, Libby Harris. And in lane 9 from Dinnerton, Emily Chapman. This is the women's 12-13-year-old 100-metre butterfly final.
Take your mark.
And away we go then. Emily Chapman well back from Dinnerton on the far side in the spectator gallery with that banner. Also Freya Colbert in lane 5, always well backed on social media as well. The Pocket Rocket, the nickname given to her. She's certainly going to have to fire up the standings here, because at the halfway point, look at that, lane 4, Kira Tomasello, City Manchester Aquatics, having a super time of things at the moment. 29.44 the split time at the halfway point. She qualified earlier today with 104.88. So down we come then into the final 30 metres, with the rest of the pool looking pretty even indeed. But at the moment, leading the way in lane 4 are City of Manchester Aquatics and Kira Tomasello. Look how tight it is though between the 5 in the peloton behind her. In 2, Ella Bainbridge, Ariana O'Neill in 3, Freya Colbert in 5, Millie Boulding in 6, also up there in 7 is Skye McLaughlin. So first to touch, Kira Tomasello of City of Manchester Aquatics, 103.21. In second position is Freya Colbert of Grantham, the Pocket Rocket on 105.91. And the bronze medal going to Ella Bainbridge of Cleethorpes. Provisional times and results on the scoreboard there. We'll wait and see with the confirmation if the medals are indeed going to the 1s, 2s and 3s you can see on the board. Swimmers and parents, of course, always looking on in angst at the scoreboard when the results get confirmed. Agonising wait indeed for those hoping to have been on the podium in that final. Confirmed DQ in lane 4, so let's have a look at that. Changes things. Freya Colbert, the gold medalist for Grantham, by 0.04 of a second ahead of Ella Bainbridge, and Millie Boulding getting the bronze for Borough of Kirklees. So there you go, Freya Colbert, gold medalist. The Pocket Rocket strikes again. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the women's 14-year-old 100-metre butterfly final. In lane 0 from Team Mercia, Evie Thompson. In lane 1 from Hailshire, Maisie Thornton. In lane 2 from Woking, Abigail Stem. In lane 3 from Stockport Metro, Leah King. In lane 4 from Southampton Dolphins, Kate Baxter. In lane 5 from Hoddesdon, Lily Merritt. In lane 6 from City of Bristol, Olivia Butler. In lane 7 from Winchester, Faye Francis. In lane 8 from York City, Beth Gibbons. And in lane 9 from Wigan Best, Mia Greenow. This is the women's 14-year-old 100-metre butterfly final.
Take your mark.
these 10 swimmers, making sure they start very much on point in this race, and a good start being made as well. As Kate Baxter, lane 4, Southampton Dolphins, quickest reaction time off the blocks of 0.66 seconds, and coming up towards the halfway point, she may be the one here that gets the fingers on the wall first. She indeed is, but not by much, ahead of Leia King in lane 3, and Abigail Stemp to her left as well in lane 2 of Woking. As we come now towards the final 30 metres, the vast majority of the pool here in more or less a straight line. And two swimmers very close to their rope to the right and left of them respectively. Kate Baxter and Lily Merritt almost hugging the rope, going side by side into the final 50 metres. It is frighteningly close between them, and you also add into the equation as well Olivia Butler of City of Bristol in lane 6, and squeezing themselves into the argument as well is Faye Francis in 7 towards the wall. Oh goodness me, Lily Merritt of Hoddesdon getting there on 105.85 with Olivia Butler in second spot, 0.03 of a second ahead of Faye Francis. And Kate Baxter, unbelievably in the end, missing out on a medal altogether. Lily Merritt confirmed as the winner of that one then. Butler in second with Francis in third. It could not have been any closer between, when you look at the times, all front 7, very close indeed. 7 was tied all together with Maisie Thornton and Leia King, but Lily Merritt is the one that gets gold for Hoddesdon.
Ladies and gentlemen, the finalist for the women's 15 years 100 metre butterfly final. In lane 0, Lauren Brantley of Camden Swiss Cottage. In lane 1, Jessica Madonna of Ellesmere College Titans. Lane 2, Elise Collins, Chesterfield Swimming Club. In lane 3, Emily Ford, City of Oxford. In lane 4, Amy Corcoran, Kingston upon Hull. Lane 5, Ruby Palmer of the City of Leeds. Lane 6, Imogen Mears of Bromley Swimming Club. Lane 7, Ella Fisher, York City Baths. Lane 8, Abigail Walmsley of Ellesmere College Titans. And in lane 9, Tiana Porter of the City of Oxford, your finalist for the women's 15 years 100 metre butterfly. The ladies in the 15 years 100 metre butterfly then cleanly away from the wall. We've already seen a couple of DQs today. We don't want to see many more from these swimmers giving their all in the pool. Amy Corcoran of Kingston upon Hull, the fastest through, obviously in lane 4 in the centre of the pool, qualifying in 64.89, a PB, but indeed the ladies around her PB'd as well. Ruby Palmer 65.15, not far behind at all, so keep your eyes on the centre of the pool as they come in to the wall. All together it is Imogen Mears in lane 6 of Bromley who touches first, 29.68. Corcoran also dipping under the 30-second mark for the 50-metre split, 29.84 in second. And Abigail Walmsley was third at the wall, but here they come now. And it is still going Imogen Mears' way in lane 6, but coming strongly through now with 15 metres to go. Amy Corcoran of Kingston Hull, she is coming through to the line. And with 5 metres to go, I think she'll get the touch, barring disaster. She does. The Kingston Hull swimmer takes it 63.77. Emily Ford in 104.54 in silver. And Ruby Palmer taking it in third place, 104.56. We'll await the official results, and they come up now on the scoreboard.
Can we please have all the medalists from the women's 12 to 13 on 100 metre butterfly, and also the women's 14-year 100 metre butterfly as well. Those medalists, can they go to the timing suite as soon as possible, please? Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the finalist for the women's 16 years 100 metre butterfly final. In lane 0, Kelsey Geary of Deventio Excel. In lane 1, Victoria Gnant of City of Leeds. In lane 2, Neola Thorpe of York City Baths Club. Lane 3, Emily Hames of Enfield Swim Squad. Lane 4, Zara Lalou of Wrecking College Swimming Club. Lane 5, Summer Kennedy, Deventio Excel. Lane 6, Poppy Richardson, City of Peterborough Swimming Club. Lane 7, Hannah Trousdale of Loftus Dolphins. Lane 8, Ellie Tennant of Eckington. And in lane 9, Lily Parsons of Plymouth Leander. Your finalists for the women's 16 years 100 metres butterfly. Cleanly away then, and the swimmers making the most of the 15 metres underwater rule as they surface and begin to sprint down this first leg of the 100 metres butterfly final. Lalou in lane 4 then, she is the fastest qualifier from Wrecking College, 64.86, a PB she did this morning. But the ladies either side of her not far behind at all. 105.11 for Summer Kennedy in lane 5 and 105.12 for Emily Hames of Enfield. So the battle truly will be on for first, second and third here. Turning first though it is Hames. She's gone out very hard indeed with that purple hat and the teal swimsuit in lane 3. Leaving the others with work to do. Neola Thorpe actually turning second, and she's still up there as well. The orange hat on the left-hand side of Hames as you look at the pool. Coming now into the final 10 metres, and it's still going Hames' way. But what has Lalou got left coming in to the wall and coming under the flags? One final stroke and she gets the touch. 103.85, storming finish from her to take the gold medal. Emily Hames, silver, 104.16. Summer Kennedy taking third, 104.24. Results confirmed up on the scoreboards. Fast swimming ladies. Ladies and gentlemen, the finalist for the women's 17 years and over 100 metres butterfly final. In lane 0, Bailey Harrison of Deep In Swimming Club. In lane 1, Jane Brown of Newcastle Swim Team. In lane 2, Rihanna Bennett, City of Manchester Aquatics. In lane 3, Millie Scotchbrook, City of Leicester. In lane 4, Abigail Burr, Lincoln Vulcans. In lane 5, Charlotte Taylor of Satellite Swim Club. In lane 6, Eleanor Dooley of Colchester. In lane 7, Kate Mills, City of Oxford. And in lane 8, Kiara Walsh of Guildford City Swimming Club. The women's 17 years 100 metre butterfly final.
Take your mark.
A clean start then and a fast start indeed from Jane Brown in lane number 1. Your fastest qualifier here, Abigail Burr of Lincoln Vulcans, setting a time this morning of 1:02.86, a PB. Charlotte Taylor in lane 5, just off her, 63.37, 63.28 is her PB. And Millie Scotchbrook also PBing to make this final as one of the fastest. And it is Abigail Burr in the centre of the pool who turns first, 29.33 her time. And at the moment, she has got an arm length or two ahead of these guys, but coming through very strongly indeed. Jane Brown holding her own there in a fast final. The touch, however, will go to Abigail Burr. Jane Brown in lane number 1, finishing 3rd. Charlotte Taylor finishing 2nd. And there you can see the scoreboard has updated itself, and we have the correct names next to the right times now. The results of that women's 17 years and over 100-metre butterfly. So do keep your tweets coming in then, hashtag SE Swimming. We've got loads coming in all the time. Claire Morgan Hughes, woohoo, another great day in the pool. Well done, Matt P with bronze, and Emily C, superb final. From Dinnerton, we were loving your sign that you've spent a good amount of time making. It's gone now, but we loved it indeed. Thank you, keep your tweets coming in.
Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for the women's 100-metre butterfly finals. The medals will be presented by Swim England President Anne Ray, Sport Governing Member Kate Grimshaw, and South East Region President Jane Davis. The winners of the bronze medals. In the 12-13 year category, representing Borough of Kirklees, Millie Balding. In the 14 years category, representing Winchester, Faye Francis. The winners of the silver medals. In the 12-13 years category, representing Cleethorpes, Ella Bainbridge. In the 14 years category, representing City of Bristol, Olivia Butler. The winners of the gold medals. In the 12-13 years category, representing Grantham, Freya Colbert. In the 14 years category, representing Hoddesdon, Lily Merritt. Let's hear it one more time for your medal winners. ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for the women's 100-metre butterfly finals. The winners of the bronze medals. In the 15 years category, representing City of Leeds, Ruby Palmer. In the 16 years category, representing Davencho Excel, Summer Kennedy. In the 17 years and over category, representing Newcastle, Jane Brown. The winners of the silver medals. In the 15 years category, representing City of Oxford, Emily Ford. In the 16 years category, representing Enfield, Emily Hayes. In the 17 years and over category, representing Satellite, Charlotte Taylor. The winners of the gold medals. In the 15 years category, representing Kingston upon Hull, Amy Corcoran. In the 16 years category, representing Wrecking College, Zara Leilu. In the 17 years and over category, representing Lincoln Vulcans, Abigail Burr. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for your medal winners. So I've still got quite a few events coming up tonight then, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much to the hardy souls that are still here in Ponds Forge for sticking with us, and of course on the live stream as well. Up next we'll have the men's 200-metre breaststroke, of course, in each of the 5 age categories. And then we pass over to the women and the women's 200-metre breaststroke finals. And that will conclude the evening session on day number 2. A fab night of swimming, just like last night, all over again. Never fails to disappoint.
We've got some tweets coming in as well, wishing good luck to Robin and Bryn from Bishop Stortford. That's Meg_Louise4 on Twitter, both swimming in the 200-metre breaststroke. So good luck to you guys. Swim fast, Meg says. And also good luck to Tom Storer from Leah Davison. Ladies and gentlemen, the men's 13-14 years 200-metre breaststroke final. In lane 0, Farron Gregory of Taunton Dean. In lane 1, Toby Ranson, City of Manchester Aquatics. In lane 2, Harvey Freeman, Northampton Swimming Club. In lane 3, Rafe Dobson, City of Milton Keynes. In lane 4, Drew McGregor, Swim Bournemouth. In lane 5, Jafar Amini of Wandsworth Swimming Club. In lane 6, Lewis Binning of Romford Town. In lane 7, Edward Hunt of Teddington. And in lane 8, Thomas Storer of Newcastle Swim Team. Your finalists in the men's 13-14 years 200-metre breaststroke. A clean start then in the first of 5 men's 200-metre breaststroke finals we've got coming up for you this evening. And this morning in the heats, Drew McGregor posted a 2:35 dead and has found himself in lane 4 here in the final. By some distance as well, 2.5 seconds or so over Rafe Dobson and Jafar Amini as well. McGregor then, coached by Emma Richards down in Bournemouth. He's won regional medals before in the 100-metre breaststroke, but this certainly would be one of his biggest achievements so far. And I think the whole nation has recently been gripped by breaststroke and the stroke of it, with the fact that Adam Peaty has undoubtedly reinvented how it is swum. And what we're seeing here now from Drew McGregor as well is a very long, very relaxed, but a very punchy style that's getting him through the water quickest at the halfway mark. 1:12.26 he turns in. And he's got some distance. Lewis Binning having a great first 100 for Romford Town, 1:13.73. Ramini in lane 5. He'll be chasing down McGregor, but so far, McGregor now extending his lead to almost a body length, and indeed, I think, clear water now as well. Behind him, the fight will be on for second and third for the silver and bronze medals here in the Swim England National Summer Meet. McGregor turns first. And again, he's got a second and a half or so over Lewis Binning of Romford Town in second place. Edward Hunt now coming into the mix for Teddington on Lewis Binning's shoulder. Being dragged into that race for a bronze, 1:55.62 for him at the touch as we come into the final 15 metres or so. Drew McGregor with a fantastic swim. He did it in the heats this morning, 2:35.00. Keep an eye on the clock. Can he PB yet again? He's got clear water behind him and just a few strokes to the wall. 2:32.46. Brilliant swimming. Lewis Binning taking the silver, 2:35.03. Harvey Freeman coming through with an excellent final 50, 2:35.61 to take the bronze. The official results then up on the scoreboard. McGregor, Binning and Freeman, your medalists. Ladies and gentlemen, the men's 15 years 200-metre breaststroke final. In lane 0, Luke Hoey, City of Salford. In lane 1, Alexander Hicks, Guildford City. In lane 2, Mal Staff, UEA, City of Norwich. In lane 3, Brian Kusa, Bishop Stortford. In lane 4, Jackson O'Rourke, Northampton Swimming Club. In lane 5, Kenji McDade of Maxwell Swim Club. In lane 6, Joseph Russell of Mount Kelly Swimming. In lane 7, Timothy Lebel, Meckenham Swimming Club. And in lane 8, Nathan Smith of Preston Swimming Club. Lane 9, Alex Norris of Chesterfield Swimming Club. Your finalist for the men's 15 years 200-metre breaststroke. And the men's 15 years 200-metre breaststroke final underway here. Jackson O'Rourke, the clear favourite after the heats this morning. Lane 6, 5, 4 and 3. That's Bryn Kusa, Jackson O'Rourke, Kenji McDade and Joseph Russell all BB'd this morning. But Jackson O'Rourke, 2:32.03. he is some distance ahead of Kenji McDade and Bryn Kuza either side of him. They both came through to this final in 2:36.3 for Kenji McDade in lane 5 and 2:36.66 for Bryn Kuza in lane 3. So expect to see O'Rourke in the centre of the pool in lane 4 to really begin to move away. He is in some form and a couple of seconds advantage over the rest of the field as well. Indeed, it was O'Rourke who touched first at the 50.33, 7-1 his split. Bryn Kuza currently winning the battle for second, but he's got McDade right there next to him. Also going well is LeBeau of Beckenham in lane 7. He's currently 4th. And he's got a PB of 2:36.9 this morning, went 2:38.22, so more in the tank it seems. He's currently keeping Kenji McDade company. McDade there with a little glance to his left just to see where LeBeau was. But at the moment, at the head of the race, all going O'Rourke's way, just as the heats did. He's coached by Andy Sharp at Northampton Swimming Club, clearly doing a very good job with this swimmer. He touches then 1:51.37 at the final turn. Kenji McDade in second and Bryn Kuza in third as they qualified. But don't rule out LeBeau in 7. He's coming now 2:36.90 his PB. He's certainly making ground at the moment. But it's all about O'Rourke in the final 10 metres of this 200-metre breaststroke final here at the Summer Nationals. All the way into the line. 2:29.69 for Jackson O'Rourke. This morning he went 2:32.03. He's just dipped under 2:30. Kenji McDade then 2:33.91, a PB for him as well. And Timothy LeBeau from lane 7 of Beckenham, 2:34.02, takes the bronze. And there are your official results of the 15 years 200-metre breaststroke. Ladies and gentlemen, the finalists for the men's 16 years 200-metre breaststroke final. In lane 0, Theo Tyndall, Carlisle Aquatics. In lane 1, Miles Drabwell, City of Milton Keynes. In lane 2, Frederick Wilkinson, City of Oxford. In lane 3, Stephen Taylor, Bicester Bluefins. In lane 4, James Morris, City of Birmingham. In lane 5, Charles Hallett, Guernsey Swimming Club. In lane 6, Jack Roberts, City of Liverpool. In lane 7, Jake Lambert, City of Leeds. In lane 8, Jack Gilbert, City of Bristol. And in lane 9, Ben Cope from the Royal Wolverhampton School. Your finalists for the men's 16 years 200-metre breaststroke. So a nice clean start there. Frederick Wilkinson getting the best reaction from the block as they make their way down the first 50 of this men's 16 years 200-metre breaststroke final. James Morris then your fastest qualifier, setting a PB this morning of 2:31.24. But unlike the previous two finals we've had, he has got Charles Hallett in lane 5, also PBing this morning, just half a second behind him, 2:31.97. And Stephen Taylor not far back either, 2:32.64, another PB for him this morning. It's going to be a tighter affair, this one, on paper. It's going to be a good battle between Morris and Hallett. At the moment, though, in lane 6, Jack Roberts touched equal first with Morris at the first 50, 33.64. And Jake Lambert not far behind either with the yellow cap over on your side near the spectator stands. And it is still Jack Roberts with the advantage, 1:12, 1:3 his split for the 100. James Morris just a tad behind. And Jake Lambert also up there, these three then. But coming through super strongly now, Frederick Wilkinson of City of Oxford. He was in 4th, he's now making his move down this third 50, often the decisive length in a 200-metre race, where races can be won and lost. You can tire or you can make your move. It looks like Frederick Wilkinson in lane 2 really making his move here to get into contact with the leaders as they approach the third and final turn here. It is Frederick Wilkinson who turns first. What has he got left in the tank down this final 50? From lane 2, Wilkinson, from where I'm sitting up here, is leading this one. And right now we've got 4 guys racing for 3 medals. Wilkinson, though, with the advantage. What can Morris do in 4? Fastest qualifier at the moment. Looks like he maybe touched out the medals altogether. Lambert and Roberts then in lane 6 and 7. The touch, though, going to Wilkinson. City of Oxford 2:29.80. Jake Lambert takes it from Roberts, 2:30.34, and just 0.2 behind Jack Roberts taking the bronze, 2:30.54. James Morris in 4th. So we have one more men's breaststroke final to come for you before we move on. Sorry, 2 more breaststroke finals to come for you before we move on to the women's finals as well. As ever, we wait for the official results to appear on the scoreboard. But a super evening of finals we've had so far. And the disqualification there has come up on the board for lane 2. Frederick Wilkinson. And so Jake Lambert is your winner of the 16-year 200-metre breaststroke. Jack Roberts takes silver and James Morris taking bronze.
Up next, the men's 17 years 200-metre breaststroke final. In lane 0 from Street, Herbie Hallett. In lane 1 from Bishop Stortford, Robin Turner. In lane 2 from Chelsea and Westminster, Christy Moon. In lane 3 from Cockermouth, Connor Joyce. In lane 4 from City of Manchester Aquatics, Jack O'Brien. In lane 5 from Western-super-Mare, James King. In lane 6 from Guildford City, Sam Nixon. In lane 7 from Reckitt College, Samuel Neal. In lane 8 from Ealing, Miles Clark. And in lane 9 from City of St Albans, William Loveman. This is the men's 17 years 200-metre breaststroke final.
Take your mark.
Penultimate men's race of the night then. What do these 10 have in store for us? Very even start so far, as you would expect. Just slightly off the pace in the early stages. Sam Nixon of Guildford City in lane 6. But of course, there's a long way to go in this one. In order for everyone to catch up and find their final positions in this final. Coming first to the wall, though, at the quarter stage. In lane 8, Miles Clark of Ealing. Split time at 31.79. Currently in second is Connor Joyce of Cockermouth. And Samuel Neal in lane 7 and Wrecking College in third. Of course, very provisional, these positions at the moment, and they will probably all change in the next 125 metres. And can we please have the medalist of the men's 200-metre breaststroke, 13-14-year age category, 15-year age category and the 16-year age category to go down to the timing suite as soon as possible, please. The medalist from this event in the 13-14-year category, 15-year category and the 16-year category to the timing suite. Thank you. So who will be joining those swimmers who have already swam in this event on the podium? Well, Miles Clark, I don't want to say at this moment in time, but he is beginning to get miles in front in lane 8, and he had the lead at the quarter stage, and he's built on that further and further at a really impressive rate so far, the E-League swimmer. Has he got enough in the locker in the last 60 to keep up this sort of pace? Inside, the challenge beginning to be mounted in lane 4 in particular by Jack O'Brien of City of Manchester Aquatics. Just behind him in lane 5, James King of Weston-super-Mare, currently holding third spot with Connor Joyce in lane 3, still poised to strike behind him. And there's a lot of competition in lanes 2 and 1 as well. Christy Moon and Robin Turner respectively. We look up now towards lane 8 again, and Miles Clark inside the final 20 metres. He holds a very small lead at the moment, it has to be said, a lot smaller than it was 100 metres ago, and that is all because of the work of Jack O'Brien in lane 4. But will he have enough pull, Jack O'Brien, in order to claim the gold medal ahead of Miles Clark? I don't think he will, you know. The Ealing swimmer coming in lane 8. What about that? 2:23.12 sees he crowned there as the gold medalist, Miles Clark. A fantastic swim from him, around 7.5 seconds off of the heat time as well this morning, which is quite substantial over 200 metres. Jack O'Brien in second spot, and James King picks up the bronze. Of course, have to wait for confirmation of those results to make sure all is in order, and it certainly is as well. So Miles Clark, should I say, top of the standing there for Ealing. Second spot, Jack O'Brien, and in third is James King. Can we please have Lewis Billing and Drew McGregor to the timing suite as soon as possible, please? That's Lewis Billing and Drew McGregor to the timing suite as soon as possible. Thank you. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, the final men's race of the night. It's the 18 years and over 200-metre breaststroke final. In lane 0 from Wrecking College, William Slawson. In lane 1 from Maxwell, George Manser. In lane 2 from City of Manchester Aquatics, Samuel Goldrick. In lane 3 from Guildford City, Sergiu Chete. In lane 4 from Bath University, Joseph Burrin. In lane 5 from Wellingborough, Aaron Flynn. In lane 6 from Loughborough University, James Miller. In lane 7 from City of Sheffield, Joe Litchfield. And in lane 8 from City of Leeds, Jake Sykes. This is the men's 18 years and over 200-metre breaststroke final.
Take your mark.
So fantastic swimming, fantastic support as well. Not just in this event tonight, but the whole evening session as well. And let's see what these men can do. The final 9 men to take to the pool tonight. Of course, the women will close us out with their 200-metre breaststroke finals as well after the upcoming medal ceremony. It's all about this final in the pool now, though. Samuel Goldrick currently leading the way in lane 2 of City of Manchester Aquatics. But there as well, James Miller of Loughborough University. Very tight stuff indeed at this moment, though. No one really being left behind. You can see a bit of an arc shape happening between lanes 2 and 7, with 2 and 7 at the tip of it, and then it just dips inside in lanes 4 and 5. Joseph Burren and Aaron Flynn, the 2 favourites for this one, based, of course, on the heats earlier on today. They were seeded fastest, with Joseph Burren on 2:24.5, just 200ths of a second quicker than that of Aaron Flynn, and Sergio Chetty of Guildford City on 2:24.54, just 400ths of a second off the fastest heat time. So it's definitely going to be tight all the way to the finish, this, if you base it on paper. At the moment it's going against paper, with 2 and 7 still the ones in the black caps out in front. You suspect that support, though, coming from the Guildford City faithful on the far side, with Sergio Chetty in lane 3. May just inspire him a little bit, and he's beginning to push a little bit alongside Samuel Goldrick in lane 2. The time ticking down, the distance narrowing as well here. There are around 60 metres, and the turn happening now for the final 50. So here we go. Lane 7 currently leading the way. Joe Litchfield, the City of Sheffield. He's sprung out the tracks really here. He was level pegging for a vast majority of this with Samuel Goldrick in lane 2, and I think the steel swimmer has managed to pull away at the final stage with 25 metres to go. And look who's emerging now in lane 3, Sergio Chetty of Guildford City. It might be a little bit too late of a dash for gold, but he's managed to worm his way in front of Samuel Goldrick and put himself in a firm position here to strike for silver. To his right hand side is Joseph Burren at Bath University in lane 4, but getting gold for City of Sheffield is Joe Litchfield on 2:20.57. So close as the barrage come in now towards the wall, with Joseph Burren leading them on in fact, no, should I say Sergio Chetty. Confirmation coming up of 2:22.88. My apologies, in third, in fact, is Joseph Burren, with Aaron Flynn and James Miller ultimately missing out. We'll have to wait, of course, for the confirmation of those results. But it does look as if it's Joe Litchfield in his home pool that takes it. Indeed he does. Look at that. Top of the standings on 2:20.57. Made it look pretty comfortable in the end with the timings. It was far from it when you watched the full race, though. Sergio Chetty picking up silver and Joseph Barron with the bronze. Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for the men's 200-metre breaststroke finals. The medals will be presented by Swim England Vice President Richard Whitehead, Sport Governing Member Kay Grimshaw, and South East Region President Jane Davis. The winners of the bronze medals. In the 13-14 years category, representing Northampton, Harvey Freeman. In the 15 years category, representing Beckenham, Timothy LaBelle. The winners of the silver medals. In the 13-14 years category, representing Romford Town, Lewis Binning. In the 15 years category, representing Maxwell, Kenji McDade. The winners of the gold medals. In the 13-14 years category, representing Swim Bournemouth, Drew McGregor. In the 15 years category, representing Northampton, Jackson O'Rourke. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for your medal winners. Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for the men's 200-metre breaststroke finals. The winners of the bronze medals. In the 16 years category, representing City of Liverpool, Jack Roberts. In the 17 years category, representing Weston-super-Mare, James King. In the 18 years and over category, representing Bath University, Joseph Burrin. The winners of the silver medals. In the 16 years category, representing City of Leeds, Jake Lambert. In the 17 years category, representing City of Manchester Aquatics, Jack O'Brien. In the 18 years and over category, representing Guildford City, Sergiu Chete. The winners of the gold medal. In the 16 years category, representing City of Oxford, Frederick Wilkinson. In the 17 years category, representing Ealing, Miles Clark. In the 18 years and over category, representing City of Sheffield, Joe Litchfield. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for your medal winners. So final event of the night incoming in a few moments' time. Of course, it's the women's 200-metre breaststroke. We've just seen who's going on the podium in the men's 200-metre breaststroke event. Those women coming up in the next 5 finals. We'll certainly be hoping that they'll be able to join them there in the next half an hour or so before the night is out here in Ponds Forge on day number 2 of the Swim England National Summer Meet 2017. Up next then, ladies and gentlemen, it's the women's 12 to 13-year-old 200-metre breaststroke final. In lane 0, from City of Oxford, Ilizane Pinfold. In lane 1, from Nova Centurion, Merwin Jones. In lane 2, from Grantham, Freya Colbert. In lane 3, from City of Bradford, Himalayan Rowe. In lane 4, from Cleethorpes, Ella Bainbridge. In lane 5, from Flitwick, Imogen Lambert. In lane 6, from Warrington Warriors, Olivia Molden. In lane 7, from City of Birmingham, Millie Checkley. In lane 8, from Carlisle Aquatics, Jess Procus. And in lane 9, from Warrington Warriors, Martha Hurst. This is the women's 12 to 13-year-old 200-metre breaststroke final.
Take your mark.
Off we go with the women's 12-13-year-old 200-metre breaststroke final. Ella Bainbridge of Cleethorpes, favourite for this one, based on the heat time earlier today. Seeded fastest in lane 4 with 2:46.23, 2/10 of a second ahead of that of Imogen Lambert in lane 5. There's a new PB as well from Ella Bainbridge this morning. Quite a few PBs as well in the pool. Just Procus in lane 8 got 1, as did Olivia Molden in 6, Imogen Lambert 5, Freya Colbert in 2, and Ilizane Pinfold in lane 0 equalled her PB of 2:49.83. Of course, you'll always suspect with the younger swimmers in the 12-13 year age category that whatever the event, they're always capable of shaving seconds off their PBs, and they'll be looking to do exactly the same in this final as well. Just beginning to stick her head out in front is Millie Checkley of City of Birmingham as we approach the halfway point. Also in lane 4, Ella Bainbridge of Cleethorpes is progressing nicely. She was 8th at the start of this set of 50 metres. She's now up to 2nd, replacing Hermione Rowe of City of Bradford in lane 3. Fascinating stuff at the moment. Of course, you've got to factor in as well Imogen Lambert in lane 5 of Flitwick is more than likely to be able to spring forward as well, wearing a very colourful, predominantly pink cap. Indeed is Imogen Lambert. She's now pushing herself up alongside around 6 or 7 other swimmers who span from around lane 0 all the way over to number 7. And in lane 9 as well, Martha Hurst of Warrington Warriors, not a million miles out of it either. She's just keeping Jess Procus company in lane 8 as we go in towards the final 50 metres now, and the turn being made first by just Ella Bainbridge. So here we go, final 50 metres. Who's going to manage to get themselves ahead in this one? A really good turn being made from Freya Colbert in lane 2 of Grantham. She's already had 1 medal around her neck tonight. Can she make it another? And can she make it a gold medal as well? Because she's in fine position to do so here with 25 metres to go. Ella Bainbridge competition will not go away, and Imogen Lambert now springing into life. 100 metres ago she was around 5th or 6th. Here she is peeking into 1st. This is going to be really interesting going into the final 10 metres now. Imogen Lambert in 5 alongside Ella Bainbridge in 4. I think the challenge of Freya Colbert has dwindled here, which means Imogen Lambert is going to take it on 2:43.52. Second for Ella Bainbridge and Cleethorpes. And it is bronze for Freya Colbert of Grantham, who does indeed get another medal around her neck tonight. Perhaps not the colour she wanted, but superb rivalry inside of her by Imogen Lambert in lane 5 and Ella Bainbridge in lane 4, who get gold and silver respectively. Up next, the women's 14-year-old 200-metre breaststroke final. In lane 0, from City of Manchester Aquatics, Olivia Clare. In lane 1, from Northampton, Taylor O'Rourke. In lane 2, from Wigan Best, Jennifer Green. In lane 3, from Watford, Erin O'Meara. In lane 4 from Hillingdon, Cara O'Toole. In lane 5 from Newton Abbot, Flora Perkin. In lane 6 from Tyndale, Madeline Duffy. In lane 7 from Team Luton, Kira Rogers. In lane 8 from City of Leeds, Stephanie Wellings. And in lane 9 from City of Bristol is Evie Rose Young. This is the women's 14-year-old 200-metre breaststroke final. Away we go with the second of these women's 200-metre breaststroke finals. The first one going all the way right down to the wire. Despite the fact that around the halfway stage, things were looking a bit dismantled in the middle pack, and you thought we'd got a couple of clear contenders. And bang, those from the back beginning to strike right when it matters. Of course, in the 200-metre breaststroke, it's not a massively long distance, but of course, over breaststroke, you've got to make sure you time things right at the right stage, and of course going into the final 50 metres in the top 5 really puts you in strong contention for the medals. A very cagey start here as well being made. No one really beginning to pull away at the moment. Things just being played very safe indeed. Good start, Madeline Duffy in lane 6 from Tyndale, and just to her left as well is Flora Perkin of Newton Abbot in the black cap. Also in the black cap in 4 is Cara O'Toole of Hillingdon. A bit of a diagonal line beginning to form, with Madeline Duffy at the positive end of it. And in lane 0, Olivia Clare of City of Manchester Aquatics just at the bottom. So we come up towards the halfway point. It's Tyndale's Madeline Duffy who is the one in front here. She, earlier on today, got a PB of 2:45.43. Quite a few PBs being scored once again in the pool. Only 3 missing out. It's easy to read the ones that did miss out. Taylor O'Rourke in 1, Jennifer Green in 2, and Evie Rose Young in 9 could all go quicker than they did earlier on today, which of course is very threatening indeed for those in the centre who did swim their best this morning that they've ever done, and will have to replicate that sort of form once again in this final. A curve beginning to form here. All the way to form, you'd have to say. The middle pack are the ones leading it, with Madeline Duffy slightly at the tip of it, coming towards the final 50 metres and that last turn. Madeline Duffy, the favourite to make it first. She indeed does, alongside Cara O'Toole in lane 4 and Flora Perkin in lane 5 as well. Jennifer Green still up there in lane 2 of Wigan Best. Final 50 metres well and truly on. Of course, frustrating with the breaststroke. It's not like a freestyle where you can just scamper away from everybody else and kick hard. You've really got to be strong and claw yourself forward. Sometimes it might feel like if you are trying to pull away, you're sort of crawling through treacle. But going into the final 25 metres, beginning to slightly drop off is Erin O'Meara in lane 3, which is allowing those in front of her the opportunity to bust the gun and try and get in at least bronze position. In lane 5, Flora Perkin beginning to get ahead now of Madeline Duffy. That raging battle has gone all the way through. This one may have just concluded here in Flora Perkins' favour. It does as well. Newton Abbot get a gold with 2:42.8 the winning time for Flora Perkin. Jennifer Green, a tremendous last 100 to go pretty much unnoticed in lane 2, but into the last 50 she manages to pick up silver, pushing Madeline Duffy into bronze, and 3rd for Tyndale. Confirmation of those results incoming, and there you see it is Flora Perkin on top, Jennifer Green 2nd, and in 3rd position Madeline Duffy.
Ladies and gentlemen, the finalists for the women's 15 years 200 metre breaststroke final. In lane 0, Aoife Marley of Witham Dolphins. In lane 1, Georgia Heitner, Wirral Metro. In lane 2, Michaela Stephen of City of Derby Swimming Club. In lane 3, India Western, Norfolk Vikings. In lane 4, Beth Williams of Thanet Swing Club. In lane 5, Charlotte Hume of Stockport Metro. In lane 6, Tilly Hanson-Hamilton of Guildford City. In lane 7, Erin Malloy of City of Birmingham. In lane 8, Alicia Stevenson, City of Birmingham. And completing a City of Birmingham trio in lane 9, Alexandra Bartley. Ladies and gentlemen, your finalists in the women's 15 years 200 metre breaststroke.
Take your mark.
Away nice and cleanly then, and the fastest start coming from lane 2, Michaela Stephen from City of Derby Swimming Club, coached by the one and only Mel Marshall, of course, Adam Peaty's coach. So she certainly is in good breaststroke hands there at City of Derby Swimming Club with Mel, who has taken Adam Peaty to absolute stratospheric levels in world swimming. Coming through well, though, is Beth Williams from Thanet Swim Club. She set a PB this morning, 2:43.34. Just a little bit faster than everyone else in the field as well, about a second over Charlotte Hume in 5 for Stockport Metro. Hume indeed turning in 3rd, Michaela Stephen turning in 2nd, but Beth Williams taking this race by the scruff of the neck and at the moment not letting go. Alicia Stevenson then, also City of Birmingham, got 3 swimmers all next to each other. Alicia Stevenson having the best start from the trio in lane 8. Turning at the 50 metre mark in 4. 34.69 was Beth Williams' split at the 50 metre point in the race. 1:13.95 she turns in 100. India Weston yet to come through. She did qualify 3rd, 2:45.4 this morning in the heat, setting a new PB. At the moment it's got a bit of work to do though. Beth Williams striding out now. Michaela Stevens still putting up a very good fight indeed. Charlotte Hume also, Stockport Metro, there and thereabouts. But coming through very well, Stevenson, City of Birmingham, 1:17.02 she turned in. And she turned 2nd as well. Putting up a very strong challenge. Michaela Stevens, they will get this touch. So Beth Williams, Charlotte Hume, Michaela Stephen, Alicia Stevenson. The race is on between the 4 swimmers, spread the whole way across the pool. But for Thanet Swim Club, coached by Dan Cross, Beth Williams is having this race all her own way as she comes into the final 25 metres. She's got a very fast finishing Charlotte Hume just creeping up on her shoulder as the race is on for bronze as well, with Michaela Stephen striving towards the wall. Alicia Stevenson trying to hold on. But touching to win this final, Beth Williams, 2:39.04. Charlotte Hume takes the silver, 2:40.27. And Michaela Stephen, great swim from her, going out for it from the gun, 2:42.89 in 3rd. And there are the official results. Beth Williams, your winner. Charlotte Hume, silver. Michaela Stephen, bronze. Ladies and gentlemen, the women's 16 years 200 metre breaststroke final. In lane 0, Hannah Edwards of Carnforth and District Otters. In lane 1, Holly Hugden of Taunton Dean. In lane 2, Jasmine McCree of Poole Swimming Club. In lane 3, Alicia Gibson, Bournemouth Collegiate School. In lane 4, Alara Norton of Hatfield Swim Club. In lane 5, Ellie Grant of London Borough of Redbridge Swim Club. In lane 6, Holly McGarver of Radford Swimming Club. In lane 7, Rachel Thompson of Southport. In lane 8, Abigail Manns of Swim Bournemouth. And in lane 9, Kellen Walmsley of Team Luton Swimming. Ladies and gentlemen, your finalists in the women's 16 years 200 metre breaststroke. Cleanly away then, Alara Norton getting one of the best reactions from the start, along with Kellen Walmsley up in lane 9. This morning, Norton swam 2:44.37, that is a PB for her. And she comes in to this final with Ellie Grant around 0.3 slower than her. And she also PB'd this morning, so not much to separate those two. Worth noting, Holly McGarver for Radford in lane 6, her PB is 2:45.52, so she may find herself amongst it as well. Alicia Gibson, her PB of 2:45.85, just outside that this morning on 2:46.04. So it's going to be a close battle between those 4 lanes in the middle of the pool, but indeed, as we've seen tonight in so many of our finals, a winner can truly come from any lane over this pool. Alara Norton, though, 35.8 she turns in control at the moment. Ellie Grant, second, 36.6 at the 50. Alicia Gibson, 37.36, turning it in third. And Jasmine McRae of Poole up in fourth as well. This is our penultimate final of the day. Day 2 here at the Swim England National Summer Meet. And what a day we've had. Seen some absolutely tremendous racing. Super fast times have been set. And we've got 2 more brilliant finals to come here and more medals to be decided as well. Alara Norton then currently leading Ellie Grant by around about 0.3. That was the margin they came in on. The difference between first and second and lane 4 and 5 at the moment. Both turning in 1:17. And now absolutely stroke for stroke, neck and neck, coming into the third and final turn here of this women's 16 years 200 metre breaststroke. And there you have it, turning dead first at the wall. Nothing to separate them on that turn. 2 minutes 06. But what has Ellie Grant got left? She's beginning to move ever so slightly away from Alara Norton, who has led this race from the start. Now, suddenly, Ellie Grant has found herself with a body length advantage, and coming very, very fast indeed is Jasmine McRae of Poole in lane 2, who may indeed overhaul our winner. She certainly overhauled Norton in 4. It's going to be oh so tight on the wall. I think Ellie Grant's just done enough, though. She has touching there in 2:41.49. Jasmine McRae takes the silver. What a final 50 from her, 2:42.6. Alara Norton has to be content today with a fantastic bronze medal, 2:44.01. As ever, we wait for the official results, and there they are. Ellie Grant taking the gold, Jasmine McRae the silver, Alara Norton bronze.
Can we please have Madeline Duffy and Fiona Perkin to the timing suite as soon as possible, please. Madeline Duffy and Fiona Perkin to the timing suite. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the finalists for the women's 17 and over 200 metre breaststroke final. In lane 0, Emily Gordon of Boldmere Swimming Club. In lane 1, Pixie Leal Klasicki of London Aquatics Centre Performance. In lane 2, Eleanor Hatton, the Royal Wolverhampton School. In lane 3, Alexandra Werner, Chelsea and Westminster. In lane 4, Natalie Coogans of West Norfolk. In lane 5, Molly Roothouse, City of Manchester Aquatics. In lane 6, Brock Whiston, Barking and Dagenham Aquatics Club. In lane 7, Russia Mondal, City of Manchester Aquatics. In lane 8, Rebecca Twadekleb, Newcastle. And in lane 9, Ellen Stone, University of Birmingham. Ladies and gents, finally, the women's 17 and over 200 metre breaststroke final.
Take your marks.
And so Ponds Forge, this is our final 200 metre breaststroke and our final of day 2 here at the Swimming the National Summer Meet at Ponds Forge in Sheffield. And what a final we've got coming up. Coogan's in lane 4, 2:34.55 she came in on, and that was by and large the fastest time by some distance in the heats. However, on PBs, on paper, Molly Roodhouse 2:35.27, not too far behind at all. She swam a 2:39 this morning. Whether she was holding something back, we'll wait to see. Alexandra Werner then coming in third, qualified fastest, 2:49.4. So Coogan's was certainly the stronger swimmer in the heats this morning, but at the moment, we are seeing Molly Roodhouse take this one by the scruff of the neck for the City of Manchester Aquatics. She turns at the 50 in 34.87. Coogan's just behind 35.2. Eleanor Hatton of Royal Wolverhampton down in lane 2. 36 dead for her at the 50. And this is shaping up to be a real battle between these two in the middle. 1:13.8 for Molly Roodhouse, 1:14.29 for Natalie Coogan's. This is going to be very, very tight indeed. Coogan's has swum faster, 2:34.09. This morning, 2:34.55 for her. But at the moment, Roodhouse seems to have got the better of the West Norfolk swimmer as they approach the third and final turn. Alexandra Werner now doing very well to come through for Chelsea and Westminster. She is going to touch in third. That fast start from Eleanor Hatton perhaps paying. She's down in fourth for now, so some work to do on this final 50 if she indeed wants to feature in the medals. But look at this. Molly Roodhouse is coming away from the rest of the field with every single stroke. She's got a body length now over Coogan's. As they come into the final 25 metres, up to the final 15 metres. Coogan's is throwing absolutely everything at this to try and get to the wall first. But I don't think it's going to happen. Roodhouse today proving too strong. Not far at all, but lane 5, your winner, Molly Roodhouse, City of Manchester Aquatics, 2:34.24. Natalie Coogan's, 2:35.39 for silver. And Alexandra Werner, 2:38.93 for third. Another PB for Werner in lane 3 there. Excellent swimming from those ladies. And there are the official results. And that concludes our last final today, the women's 17 and over 200 metre breaststroke. Do stay tuned, they will have presentations on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for the women's 200 metre breaststroke. The medals were presented by President of Swim England Anne Ray, Sport Governing Member Kate Grimshaw and South East Region President Jane Davis. The winners of the bronze medals. In the 12-13 years category, representing Grantham, Freya Colbert. In the 14 years category, representing Tynedale, Madeline Duffy. The winners of the silver medals. In the 12-13 years age category, representing Cleethorpes, Ella Bainbridge. In the 14 years category, representing Wigan Best, Jennifer Green. The winners of the gold medals. In the 12-13 years age category, representing Flitwick, Imogen Lambert. In the 14 years category, representing Newton Abbot, Flora Perkin. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for your medal winners. Ladies and gentlemen, the women's 200-metre breaststroke medal presentation. The winners of the bronze medals. In the 15 years category, representing City of Derby, Michaela Stephen. In the 16 years category, representing Hatfield, Alara Norton. In the 17 years and over category, representing Chelsea and Westminster, Alexandra Werner. The winners of the silver medals. In the 15 years category, representing Stockport Metro, Charlotte Hume. In the 16 years category, representing Poole, Jasmine McRae. In the 17 years and over category, representing West Norfolk, Natalie Coogans. The winners of the gold medals. In the 15 years category, representing Thanet Swim, Beth Williams. In the 16 years category, representing London Borough of Redbridge, Ellie Grant. In the 17 years and over category, representing City of Manchester Aquatics, Molly Roodhouse. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one last time tonight for your medal winners. So there we go then, the last of our medal winners taking to the podium and having their pictures taken and departing now with the medals, mostly of them, around their necks. A big thank you to our swimmers and coaches as ever for the entertainment in the pool tonight on day 2 of the Swim England National Summer Meet 2017. Big thank you as well to Laura being alongside me, and also to our spectators on the far side as well on the live stream and in venue. And the last big thank you of the night goes to our officials, who may now leave the poolside. Thank you.